Hi there, this is Howard Tinker from Restaurant Marketing Systems, and I wanted to talk to you for a particularly interesting reason, and that is because it is absolutely pouring outside. It's raining cats and dogs, and it caused me to wonder about what you're doing in your business if it's raining outside. Now, I know that there'll be restaurants and cafes all over today where we live that are going to be absolutely empty because people won't come out. And there's nothing that those owners can do about it because they are being controlled by events that are external to their business. And if you put yourself in that position, then you're very, very vulnerable. Take a look at what's happened with the economy. Now, with the economy, lots of restaurants have closed. A heck of a lot of them are in financial trouble. And yet, the clients that I work with that have their own databases and they can do their marketing to their databases and they can do it effectively and incredibly cheaply, have been putting more and more money into their businesses and making more money on their bottom line. So a good point to make to you is, if you are not doing anything to collect a database and learn how to market to it, then you're actually cutting your own throat, because what you're doing is letting external events that you have no control over whatsoever control your business. Now, talking about media, which is what we're talking about, one of the things that's just happened in Sydney and in Melbourne is the Good Food Guides. And they've come out in the last few weeks. And what's interesting is that a lot of people in restaurants think if only they could get in the Good Food Guides, then their marketing would be taken care of. And to a certain degree, that's true. You can have a real upswing if you win a hat or two in the Good Food Guide. But the other side of it is that that doesn't last for long, and people start to view you with critical eyes instead of appreciating you. Also, what's interesting is, since the Good Food Guide came out in Sydney, which is only a week or so ago, a few of the restaurants in there have declared that they're in financial trouble. Tony Bilson got his third hat back, congratulations Tony, and within days said that he was going into voluntary administration with the same business. So having 3 hats is not doing much good for him from a financial point of view, from a business point of view. The same goes for another restaurant who said that he's on the edge of going into administration. I also heard from one of those top tier restaurants that they aren't making any money from their restaurant at all. And I know from speaking personally to people that have got 1 and 2 hats that it's the same for them. They're doing it tough. Why? Because they're allowing something external to their business. The Good Food Guides, the reviewers, the reporters, the newspapers, they're allowing those people to be responsible for their marketing instead of working out ways to do their own marketing and to get loyalty from their customers. So do you want these awards? Well, the answer is yes, you do want these awards. You want them so that you can tell your customers about them. So for instance, one of my clients won an award the last week, and it was a customer's award. He had an award that was given to him because he was voted more than any other restaurant by customers in this award category. So that was great. These are customers that are actually caring about his place. Now, he doesn't have a hat or 2 or 3, he doesn't have that kind of award. But yet, people really like to go there. Why? Because he markets to them, he lets them know that he knows it's their birthday, he gives them gifts, he markets to them on their anniversary, he knows what they're interested in, and he writes newsletters about the things that they are interested in, he connects with them, and they really love going to his restaurant. So it's really important that, yes, you get awards, but you are able to market those awards directly to your customers. The other thing is, talking about customers, customer appreciation. What do you do to let your customers know that you appreciate them? Now, after all, our customers are the ones that pay everything in our lives. Their money coming into our business pays for our children's school fees, for our mortgages, for our mobile phone rentals, for our satellite TV, or whatever it is that you got. Is all paid for by your customers coming in. Do we appreciate that fact? Do your servers and your wait staff appreciate the fact that everything that they get is paid for by the customer? Or do they see that it's taken from you and that you pay them wages and that's all they've got to care about? Maybe it's a good idea to re-educate them that actually no, that person that you just ignored is the one that's paying your wages. I know it's a point that you think, oh, they know that, or I shouldn't have to remind them of that, but we all need reminding of those things. The other thing is doing what works. Make sure that you continue to do what works. I have just begun working with some restaurants in the UK. They'd never heard of the birthday campaigns that we do so successfully here. And so they were sceptical, and it took us a couple of months to get the birthday campaigns up and running. Now, the feedback from these people in the UK is they are ecstatic about the results. It's putting thousands of pounds into their business. And I couldn't help but smile to myself because I knew it would. I knew that this would work because it works here time and time and time again. But for them, in the middle of a crippling recession for everybody else, they're getting more customers coming in, paying more money to them and being grateful that they care about them. Now let's face it, the restaurants might be going through a hard time there, but so are the customers, and it's very much doom and gloom at the moment in Britain. And so when they receive a birthday card on their birthday saying, come into my restaurant, I've got a gift for you, they feel really appreciated. So make sure that you keep doing what works. Don't just take for granted, oh, this has worked now, I can turn it off, people will remember. No, that's not right. They only have one birthday a year. So if you turn it off now and you miss their birthday next month, it might be another year until you contact them in that way. So make sure that every single month you're doing what works. Make sure you communicate with your marketplace. Make sure that your customers know that you appreciate them. Do everything you can, and not only will that help your business, you could even win an award which you then can market about too. So hopefully that's some great ideas for you on a rainy day. I hope you're having a great rainy day today, and I look forward to speaking to you soon.